Good evening, everyone. I will be your Oron host, Tate Paisley, and welcome to the first episode of Ramboozled for this school year, the show where we put the best of the best against each other to see who knows the most about a wide variety of trivia-based categories. This episode will revolve around anime, and we have selected 3 of the most knowledgeable contestants from CSU Anime Club. Obviously, we can only have one winner, so tonight will be a battle. Before we do anything else, though, I am so excited to introduce our wheel spinner for the night, Sailor Sophia!
Hi!
Woo! Now, before we introduce our contestants for the night, I will be going over the rules for our fabulous game show. All right, here we go. Each player will start at 0. The first contestant to hit their buzzer after the question is fully, emphasis on fully, read, gets 5 seconds to answer. If they answer correctly, they will hear this. And if they answer incorrectly, they will hear this. Beautiful. Then that amount of points will be transferred from the contestant to the jackpot if the question is answered incorrectly. Their turn is over, and then another contestant can then steal those points. To mix it up, there are certain questions scattered throughout the board where contestants get to spin the wheel. Spinning the wheel can get contestants fun power-ups that send them straight to the top of the leaderboard or right down to last place. Now, we're going to explain the wheel categories as we go. But at the end of the game, we switch to a final write-in question and give the contestants an opportunity to gamble their points. The person with the most points at the end of the night is our Ramboozled winner. Now, getting straight into it for the night, here are our 3 extra special contestants. Come on over. Starting off, we have the ever-brilliant Evie.
Hello.
I'm Evie Martinez. I'm a junior here on CSU, and big in anime, I guess. That's gotta be ReZero. The story of it is really good. The main character is super relatable in kind of a cool way. And then, I don't know, I've been watching it for past 6 years or so as it's released. I just figured it was a place that I could have a good time. Every Thursday night it was just a good chance to hang out with friends, and being there I also made a bunch of new friends and made some of my best friends that I actually hang out with a bunch on campus. I think I got this. You guys better try your best.
There's some fighting words right there, Evie. How do you feel about your chances in tonight's game show?
Still feeling pretty good. I think I got this overall.
All right, I love that confidence. Let's move right over to our next contestant, Kate.
My name is Kate Falcone. I'm a 3rd year in the interior architecture and design major, and yeah. My favorite anime has got to be Naruto. I recently, or 2 years ago, I started it, and then it has been a long time coming, and I finally finished it only a couple months ago. But the story, not only has it given me memories with my friends and even advice in the real world, but it's got such a special place in my heart. Watch out.
Ooh, I really hope your contestants are watching out. How do you feel about your chances here, Kate?
Oh, I still think they should watch out for sure.
All right, we love some fighting words here at Ramboozled. Now, moving on to our final contestant of the night, we have Emily.
My name is Emily Baker. I'm a junior this year, and I am a graphic design major, and I am the current president of the Anime Club. My favorite anime is Tokyo Revengers. I don't know exactly why I like it, but it has consumed my heart and soul. This jacket is actually from it, and I also have it as a tattoo. And I just really enjoy it. I originally joined because I went into CSU knowing absolutely no one, because my roommate was supposed to come with me, but she didn't end up going to CSU. And so I desperately needed something to fill my time with. So I took a chance and I joined club, and then I made friends. So I continued to go until I became president. No, because I think I'm gonna win, so.
Now that is some confidence right there. Now, Emily, you are the president of the anime club. Do you feel like there's any sort of pressure on you to win here tonight?
There definitely is.
Really?
There
All
most
right.
certainly is.
Well, there's going to be a lot of expectation on you tonight. I will be severely disappointed, as I did place bets before the show. But let's move right along in the show. Now that we have everyone introduced, we will be taking a quick break. Now, don't think about going anywhere. Our contestants haven't answered any of our riveting questions tonight. So, will they ace all of them or be ramboozled? Stick around to find out.
After 2 years?
You gotta be kidding me! Okay, no.
Robbie.
Seriously, do you have anything you can use against the dragon?
I can do fireball. That'll do a lot of damage.
Yeah, to all of us.
Well, I
We're in a 4-foot group.
I'm sorry. What else do you want me to do?
Okay. Hold on. All right. Wizard. You gonna roll?
Welcome back, Ram fans, to the best game show in the world. Now, let's get right into the meat of the show. We're going to go to our questions. And here we go. Here are the categories for the first round. Now, we have 4 categories here, ranging from 100 to 400 points that our contestants here will get to pick and then, hopefully, answer correctly. Now, going right into it, here are our categories. Starting off, we have Demon Slayer, should be widely known to many of you anime fans, my personal favorite in the category list. Moving right along, we have show openings. You'll get to guess what kind of show openings and where they're from different anime. Then we have characters. This will give our contestants a chance to test their anime knowledge and if they actually know any of the characters in the shows they watch. And finally, in our categories, we have CSU Asks. A little bit of a complex choice here. This allows the members of the CSU community to ask our contestants their own anime-related questions. We haven't even gotten to go over those questions, so these will be brand new to me and our contestants. We'll have some fun here. So, getting right into it, I'm going to have you all press that button as soon as I say go, and whoever presses it first will be the first person who gets to pick one of our questions. All right, you guys ready? And go. All right, it looks like we have Evie who's answering those questions. All right, pick your category.
Let's start with Demon Slayer 100. Keep it simple.
Demon Slayer 100. All right, we're keeping it safe for the start. Let's see. Now, the question is, these are the 3 main Demon Slayers shown traveling together. It looks like we have Kate.
Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Tanjiro.
Well, God seems to think that is the correct answer. However, unfortunately, it is Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke.
She messes me up.
The sister is actually a demon. Those are not
My
demon
bad.
slayers. Nezuko, I'm afraid, is the wrong answer.
She's in the trio in my book, okay?
So, moving right along, we get, go back to that. We will go back to Evie, since you got the question incorrect, I'm afraid.
Let's see. Let's go for show openings 100.
Show openings 100. All right, keep your ears open, because you're going to have to listen for this one. All right, what anime does this correlate to? That looked like Evie.
What is Hunter x Hunter?
Hunter x Hunter, that is correct! Well done, Evie! Straight to that 100 points, the first one on the board. Well done. All right, moving straight back into it. It's you again, Evie. Hit us with it.
Let's go for the Demon Slayer 200.
Demon Slayer 200. All right, ramping up in difficulty here. To become a Demon Slayer, an individual must pass the what test used as an entrance exam to join the Demon Slayer Corps. So we had nobody knowing the answer to that. A bit of a niche one, I guess, but The correct answer is Final Selection. I'd say I think I knew that personally. I love me some Demon Slayer, but you know, I'm not going to judge our contestants here for their lack of anime knowledge, despite their storied backgrounds. All right, moving back to it. Since none of y'all got that right, it's back to you, Evie. You're really controlling tonight.
I really am. Let's follow up with the show openings 200.
Show openings. All right, keep your ears open. What does this anime correlate to? Ooh, we got Emily here.
Death Note.
Death Note? Yay! Well done! Another personal favorite of mine, Light Yagami. I can't approve of what he does, but pretty sick dude regardless. All right. Finally, we are changing things up. We have Emily picking our next category. Have at it.
We'll do characters 300.
Characters for 300. Remember, this is the silhouette, and you will guess which character it is. What character is this? That was Evie.
Who is Mikasa Ackerman?
Wow, you even got the last name. Well done. Mikasa from Attack on Titan. I will not speak further on this character, but love the anime. All right, moving straight back to it. Evie, again, you are controlling things here tonight. What do you got for us?
Let's throw a curveball. Let's do CSU Asks 200.
CSU Ask. All right, we are going to play a quick video, so make sure you listen and make sure you are aware of what happenings. CSU Asks for 200. Let's have it.
Alright, what is L from Death Note's favorite food?
Perfect. What is L from Death Note's favorite food? And I believe that was Kate.
I thought you went. That's why I went. An apple.
Apple. I'm afraid that is a good representation of the show. Incorrect, however. All right, you guys have a chance to steal now. Emily.
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. Interesting. I'm afraid the gods do not agree with you. All right, we got one more chance. Evie, do you want to steal?
I think I'll have to pass on that one.
All right, passing on this one. Now, I'll admit, Emily, you were
specific?
remarkably close. Not quite specific. Ooh, don't look at that one. Well, the answer is technically dessert. So we kept it real simple here, real broad. If you wanted to get more specific, you could say strawberry shortcake. He loves that. He eats it in every shot he is in. But I'm afraid that was incorrect for basically all of you. Moving right back along here. Let's see, Evie, you are, again, controlling the board. What do you got for us?
Let's do characters 100.
Characters 100. Back to those silhouettes. What character is this? Emily.
Naruto.
Naruto, yes. I'll be honest, I would have been disappointed if you guys had failed that. That is a remarkably recognizable silhouette there. But well done regardless. All right. Ooh, you did get the answer correct. Well done. 10 good points for you. All right. Emily, what do you got for us?
Let's do characters 200.
Characters for 200. All right. Keeping things a bit manageable. What character is this? I think I say Evie. Push that one first.
Okay. Who is Sailor Moon?
Sailor Moon. I'm going to be honest. You got it right! Well done! Oh. Sailor Moon! Now, I hope you guys recognize that from our lovely wheel spinner, Sophia. Literally standing right there in that exact silhouette. So, again, I would have been disappointed if you had failed. No offense. All right, moving back into things. Evie, what do you got for us?
Let's finish it off. Let's go characters 400.
Characters 400. All right. You ready? And what character is this? Emily, I saw you first.
Goku.
And that is correct. Goku for the win. Specifically Son Goku, but we are not sticklers for the first name that nobody knows. No one has ever referred to him as Son Goku unless they watch anime. Anyway, back to the main board. Emily, what do you got for us next?
Let's do CSU Asks 100.
CSU Asks for 100. Now this should be one of our easier ones. All right, what do we got? The gods that like to make us wait.
Mob Psycho. What is Mob Sidekick's name?
What is Mob Psycho's sidekick's name? Emily, you guess
Reagan
right
or Ataka?
Sorry, say that again?
Reagan or Ataka?
Gods are waiting. Interesting, as that is actually the incorrect answer. I'm not sure what's going on in that room, but I'm sorry, that is not correct. Who else do we have that wants to steal?
Oh, I should know this.
I've never seen this.
I have.
Right. This is a bit of a dud of a question, as it would turn out. Now, oh, don't look at that. Now, the answer is actually Dimple.
Dimple.
If you've seen the anime, he is a little fart ghost who floats next to Mob, giving him unwelcome advice. Just like me, personally. All right, moving straight along here, I believe we are going back to Emily. What do you got for us?
Let's do Demon Slayer 300.
Demon Slayer 300, all right. Oh, and we got to spin the wheel here. First one of the show. Let's go over to Sophia with the wheel. Woo! And we got a steal! Woo! Very exciting and very nefarious. Now, for you audience members who do not understand what the steal is, the steal allows the next question, which Emily will pick for us. Emily is the only one who is allowed to answer that question. And if Emily correctly guesses the question, she may steal the point value of that question from one of her fellow contestants here, and it will take it directly from them. Very cruel. Now, before we get on to the next question, Emily, I would like you to pick which contestant you will be stealing from.
I'll steal from Evie.
Right. Keeping things simple. All right. Next question. What do you want to go for?
We'll do Demon Slayer 400.
Demon Slayer 400. All right. I hope you're confident in this, because if you get it right, Evie is not in a good place right now. Demon Slayer for 400. This is how many people have survived the test to become a Demon Slayer in Season 1.
I'm going to say 10.
10 is your answer. I am afraid that is incorrect. That is very unfortunate. It was actually 4.
4.
But 10, pretty close as far as things go. Now, that is all we have for the first round here. We are going to head to quick break, and just like that, round 1 is already in the books. So, who's ready to turn up the heat in round 2? But don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this break.
Living with someone you don't know on the other side of the wall is hard, especially if you don't know how to be a good roommate.
The first thing that you'll want to do to be a good roommate is make sure that you always stay quiet. Be considerate of others when using common spaces and appliances.
Hey buddy, what you doing?
I'm just gonna need like 40 minutes. Be respectful of your roommate's privacy.
Ugh, my bad.
Finally, make sure that you clean up after yourself. Oh, a fresh toothbrush.
Have you seen my toothbrush?
Follow these tips to get along with your roommates and your landlord.
Welcome back, viewers. With round 1 behind us, let's see where our contestants stand. Let's check out that score. Ooh, all right. Looks like for the lead, we have Emily with 900 points. Falling just behind that with 800 is Evie. And pulling it in the back with 300 is Kate. Here's hoping we can change things up this round and get our final big pointage to move into the final round with. All right, let's get going. Now, the second round is essentially the same as the first, but now the points have increased. So, looks like our contestants in last place has a shot to jump back into the game. Kate. Just a reminder, bigger rewards are on the line this round, but we are aware that the penalties now here are much bigger as well. So, here are the categories for round 2. Ooh. We got 4 again, ranging from 250 points to 1,000 points. So this is very big stakes here, whether you win or lose. All right. And our categories for this round, we have Attack on Titan for the first round, my personal favorite anime of all time. Moving on, we have Pokemon silhouettes. If any of you have watched Pokemon, who's that Pokemon? We're doing that exact same thing. Anyway, moving around, we got sound effects. So again, you're going to have to keep your ears open and identify where these sound effects belong to. And final category, we have big ol' One Piece, the biggest anime of all time. I sure hope you guys know what you're talking about there, because I do not. All right, let's get going with the final round. I believe we left off last round with Emily.
Yes.
What would you like us to start with?
One Piece for 250.
One Piece for 250. All right, I hope you're confident in your One Piece knowledge. Let's get going. What ship was the first ship of the Straw Hat Pirates? And it looks like Evie got it first.
What is the Going Merry?
The Going Merry. That is correct. Well done. That is their first ship. They did have two. I do not know the second one. I have not watched hundreds of episodes of anime. I am afraid to say I am a bit ignorant there. But well done. It is the Going Merry. All right, moving back. We got Emily. What are we moving on to? Oh, sorry, Evie. I'm blind.
Let's go for Attack on Titan 500.
Attack on Titan for 500. Let's see. What is the Titan's only deadly weak spot? And it looks like we have Evie again.
What is the nape?
What is the nape? And that is correct. We would have also accepted back of the neck, because that is just another word for nape, or many words for the same word. All right. Moving back. Evie, what do you got for us?
We'll keep it going. Let's go Attack on Titan 750.
Attack on Titan for 750. Getting higher up in those point values. So let's see. Who is Gene Kirkstein's best living friend? Ooh, not confident in our Attack on Titan knowledge. Ooh, I am afraid that nobody got those points. It is a little confusing. Nobody pays attention to this character, but it is Marco Bot. The one with no hair and sort of like stubbly head.
I think his name's Marco.
Who was in the whole show? I don't know how you guys missed that. I don't know what to tell you. But moving right on back, Evie, what are you taking us to?
Let's go for the full thing. Attack on Titan 1000.
Attack on Titan 1000. Before we even get to 250, all right, I love the confidence. All right. The first of Aaron's friends in Squad 34 to die. I promise you this is a hard one.
It is.
And... all right.
I know what they look like.
No confidence in the answers, which honestly fair, because when you see this, no one is going to know who this guy is. Let's see. Thomas Wagner. Now for you, those of you who don't know who Thomas Wagner is, he's the blonde guy with sideburns at the very beginning of the show. Don't get too attached. No spoilers, just not optimistic. All right, moving right back here. Evie, what do you got for me?
Let's go One Piece 500.
One Piece for 500. Who is the tallest member of the Straw Hat Pirates? And it looks like we have Evie again.
Who is Brooke?
Brooke. And that is correct. It is Brooke. Oh, no. Quick reminder, do not press your buttons until I've finished reading the question. Just remember, we are a fair game show here, I promise. All right, moving right along. Evie, have at it.
Let's go with One Piece 750.
One Piece for 750. What is the swordfish character's name? And that looks like Evie again. I'm gonna say something's wrong here and give it to Emily because I saw that out of the corner of my eye.
Arlong?
Arlong! That is correct. The fish man with a sword on his nose. God, I'm glad I don't have to do makeup for that guy. All right, moving right on back. Emily, where are you taking us?
We'll do One Piece 1000.
One Piece for 1,000. All right, let's see what we got here. Hard question. Before joining Luffy, who had already stolen from Buggy the Clown? For clarification, which member of the crew had already stolen from it? All right, Emily, what do you got for us?
Nami.
And that is correct. Nami was the only member of the Straw Hat crew to rob Buggy the Clown before the events of the show. All right. Moving on, Emily, what do you got for us?
Let's do sound effects 250.
Sound effects for 250. All right, open your ears. What show does this sound effect correspond with? Tough one there. And we got nobody. All right, that is tough. I did not know that one personally. Let's see. Mob Psycho. I believe that is the sound effect we hear when he, quote unquote, gets really angry and goes 100%. If you've seen the show, you know. All right, moving back into things. Emily, what do you got for us?
Let's do Pokemon 1000.
Pokemon for 1,000. I hope you guys get these. I love these, personally. Which Pokemon is this? And it looks like we have Emily.
Gengar.
Gengar. That is correct. Gengar, my favorite ghost type personally. All right, moving back into things. Emily, what do you got for us?
We'll do Pokemon 750.
Pokemon for 750. Which Pokemon is this? Ooh, all right, we got Kate. What do you got?
Ninetales.
Ninetales, that is correct. The evolution of Vulpix, a very, very beautiful Pokemon, if you do ask me. All right, moving back into things. Kate, what are you taking us?
You're gonna do Pokemon for 500.
Pokemon for 500. All right, let's see. And it looks like Kate again.
Mew.
Mew!
Mew.
That is correct.
got
One of the most legendary Pokemon of the first generation. I don't really dabble in that generation personally, but a good Pokemon all around. All right, let's take things back. Ooh. Take things back to the main question. And Kate,
The last Pokemon one.
last Pokemon one. Ending off with the easiest round, 250. What do we got here? And it looks like Kate again. Wow, Kate really knows their Pokemon. Who's this?
Gyarados.
Gyarados! That is correct! The evolution of Magikarp and the only useful Pokemon from the fish line. All right, well done. Let's get back into things. Kate, where are you taking us next?
Let's do sound effects for 1,000.
Sound effects for 1,000. Let's open our ears here. All right. I do not personally speak Japanese, but Kate seems to think so. Well, no, just give Kate a chance.
Okay. I'm gonna go out. Naruto.
Naruto. For real? All right. Well done. I do not know how you got that, but well done. That is Naruto speaking the Japanese language. I do not personally read it. All right, let's get back into things. Kate, where are you taking us?
Sound effects 750.
Sound effects 750. Seems to be your strong area at the moment. Ooh, and we got to spin the wheel. Great opportunity for Kate here. Let's see what we got over on the wheel. Ooh. And we have double the jackpot. So for those of you who do not know, whenever one of our contestants gets a question wrong, their points are added to the total jackpot. Now what has just happened is that jackpot has now been doubled. So we have a massive jackpot for whoever gets to spin the wheel next, and hopefully they end on jackpot, because it's going to be really disappointing if they don't, personally. All right, let's get back into things. Ooh. Ooh. All right. And I believe we are finishing off with Kate. Where are you taking us?
We'll do the last sound effects for 500.
Sound effects for 500. Let's hear it. Oh, wow. Kate again.
Wait, oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Attack on Titan, maybe.
Attack on Titan. I am afraid that is incorrect. It looks like we have Eevee next.
What is Tokyo Ghoul?
Tokyo Ghoul. That is correct. Personal favorite of my shows, although I read the manga. How do you guys feel so far? Doing well?
Hopefully.
Blast over here.
Because we are down to the final question. Eevee, which question are you picking?
I guess I gotta pick Attack on Titan for 250.
I love that choice. Attack on Titan for 250. Let's hear it. What is the name of the female Titan? Eevee, what do you got for us?
Who is Annie?
Annie. That's it. Yes, that is correct. Annie Leonhardt. I really hope you guys didn't want to watch Attack on Titan. Bit of a spoiler. All right, and that wraps up our second round. There we go. Our second round of the night has come to an end. But do not worry, folks. We will be back because we still have a final and arguably most important question. So stick around and see who tonight's winners are.
After 2 years?
You gotta be kidding me!
Okay, no.
Robbie.
Seriously, do you have anything you can use against the dragon?
I can do fireball. That'll do a lot of damage.
Yeah, to all of
Well,
us.
I-
We're in a 4-foot group.
I'm sorry. What else do you want me to do?
Hold on. All right. Wizard. You gonna roll?
All right, and now, folks, it all comes down to this. The final question of the game. And before we move on with that, a little clarification. Earlier, when Emily did the spin the wheel, it turns out Emily actually landed on double points, which doubles the points that Emily has currently. So that is a big boost. Apologies on my part. I can't read very well. Anyway, moving on. This could change everything. This is the final question. But before the question is revealed, everyone must place their wagers on their board. All right, you guys may have a couple of seconds to think how much you're going to bet here, and then show us on your whiteboards how much you're betting. You may bet the max total of what you currently have. So Evie, you have 2,800. Emily, you have 3,650. And Kate, wow, pulled it back into first place with 4,600. That is an impressive comeback. Whew. All right, got a couple more seconds. You really got to think. How much am I willing to bet on this question? How much do you know about anime? These are the real questions, folks. I hope you guys at home are following along and answering along with us, because this is the true worth of a person if they know answers to anime questions. It sure makes me feel valuable in my life.
Yours might be that.
All right. I believe that is all the time we have. Reveal how much you are betting. Ooh, okay. Kate with 1 point. Feeling real lack of confidence in your answer, confident in your point total. And we got Emily with 2,000. All right, a reasonable sum would get you into first place. And Evie also, 2,800. All right. Bit of an unconventional number, but I like it. I like it. All right. Now that everyone is locked and loaded with points on the line, let's see the final question read by CTV's very own Sophia.
Hey, thank you. The final question, the final question. How many episodes are in One Piece?
Ooh, a difficult one. Now, to remind the audience, they are not buzzing their buzzers this time. They will have a couple of seconds to think, percolate about their answers, and then we'll see who is right and who is wrong and who lost all their points. Except for Kate, because Kate bet 1 point. We love a lack of confidence.
It's actually a strategy.
Oh, it is a strategy, my bad. I didn't know we had such strategic folk here tonight. I'm real excited. I personally have no idea about the answer, so I hope you guys have a bit more confidence than me. I watched 50 episodes and then got bored. I'm sorry to say. One Piece stands. I'm sure you guys are great. Can't get along with your show. Hate to see it. All right, got a couple more seconds here. Really think about your answer, what you got going for you, because this is where it all comes down to. All right, is everyone ready? All right, perfect. Start off with, how many episodes are there in One Piece? Evie, will you show me your answer? 1,142. All right, moving straight on. Emily, what is your answer? 1,138. All right, pretty similar. And finally, Kate, what do you got for us? 1,169. Nice. All right, let's get down to it. Drum rolls, please. What do we got going here? How many episodes in One Piece? It is 1,141. Those who don't know, Emily here did 1,142. However, that's not good enough. I'm sorry to say you were one off. Really close. Honestly, I'm very impressed. But I'm afraid that means you lose those points. So, all three of you really. Kate loses 1 point. Emily, remind me of how many points you bet.
Well, I don't know, 2,000, I think? 2,000.
You lose 2,000 points. Sorry to say. And Evie, I'm afraid you lose 2,800 points. Come on, guys. You don't know 1,141? Except for the 1,142. But I'm afraid that every contestant is wrong. So let's go determine the score of the contestants. What do we have left after all of that? Ooh, all right. You guys feeling confident? I don't know if you guys have kept track of your score totals here, but this is about to be the big number. And honestly, I think I know who's winning.
Yeah, I think I do too.
I'm fairly confident in my answer. Oh, and it looks like I can't count, but Our winner for tonight is Kate. Well done, Kate. The best anime answer of all time. The supreme cream of the crop of the anime club. But I know we've been leaving you hanging all night, so I'm afraid that's the end of our show. But let's take you over to our contestants here. How did you guys feel about this show? Good? Bad? Are you confident in what you did? Do you feel bad about how poorly you did?
Just a little bit. I feel a little bad about how poorly I did.
Rough that I was off by one episode.
Yeah.
The strategy is to play for the love of the game.
Honestly, I really wish you had it there. But Kate, really turning it around for us. Well done.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
Thank you all once again for joining us here tonight on CSU's greatest game show, Ramboozled. Once again, my name is Tate Paisley, and I wish you all a magnificent night, Fort Collins. Go enjoy some anime. Woo! All right.